giving residents the knowledge needed to start a native plant garden of their own. This is the idea of Sunday's workshop hosted between Wild Ones of Rock River Valley and Seavers-Sandell's Nature Center. Attendees learned about the steps they should take to transform their yard into a haven for native wildlife and the benefits native gardens bring to the area. Participants even left with a sample garden plans to put towards use in new projects. This is one of many workshops and events Severson hosts to connect the community with nature.